welcome back to Daily Mix. Have I got anything on my face? So anyways, I've been getting loads of questions from you guys about how to apply makeup, and so today I'm just going to be showing you a few do's and don'ts. So on the right hand side, I'm going to show you how I like to apply my makeup, and on the left it's going to be how I would never do it. So let's get on with it. So I'm going to start with my foundation, and I've got my Illamasqua Skin Based Foundation, and this is the right colour for me. So what you do want to do is have the right shade that matches your skin tone and it doesn't make you look grey or ashy. Just going to put this on the back of my hand. And you just want to buff it into your skin. I really like this foundation simply because it really does match my skin tone, and I never feel like I've got a grey cast. It blends really beautifully, and it gives me the right kind of coverage that I want. This is like a medium coverage foundation, but you can build it up to a full coverage if you want to. And I'm not actually taking this foundation underneath my eyes because I like to conceal there. I'm using circular motions to buff it into my skin. That way you get a bit of a nicer finish. So for the don't side, I'm going to use a foundation that is way too light for me. And I'm just going to pump this on the back of my hand. Now this is a common mistake that I see happening quite a lot, and people tend to wear a foundation that is too light for them or even too dark for them sometimes. So it's always good to go and get your colour matched if you're not sure. I really dislike seeing a line where it's like too light or too dark and then your neck's a different colour. It actually really bothers me. I'm also going to take this foundation underneath my eyes. And that is something that I wouldn't normally do. And that's because I always feel like foundations are a bit too thick to wear underneath your eyes because your skin is so light and sensitive there. So as you can see, that is the foundation done, and the don't side is way too light for me, and the do side I think is perfect. It's a great match, and a good way of checking is maybe by taking a picture of yourself, and also some foundations tend to have an SPF in them which can also flash back in photos, so just be a bit careful of that and maybe try not to wear as much if it has got a high SPF in it. So next I'm just going to conceal under my eyes on the do side because, like I said, I like to put concealer there instead of a foundation. So first of all, I'm just going to correct my under eye circles with my Bobbi Brown corrector. And the reason I use a corrector is because it cancels out the blue and purple undertones by using like a peachy, salmony tone. So I'm just going to take that on my ring finger and pat that over where I have dark circles. And then I'm just going to conceal with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. And I'm just going to blend that out. I also like to set my under eye concealer because concealers tend to crease under your eyes because you get a little bit wrinkly there. So to avoid that happening, it's good to just set it. And as some of you guys know, I love my Bed Night banana powder, so I'm obviously going to set it with this. And I just like to pat this on instead of pulling the product around. So just keeping the concealer there. So as you can see, I've put concealer under my eyes and set it on the do side, and on the don't side I've just left it with foundation, and the reason I put concealer on the do side is because it's a lot lighter on the skin for underneath your eyes, and I just feel like it looks a lot better. Next I've got my eyeshadow, and I've got MAC's Paint Pot in Rubenesque, and what you want to do is just take this on your finger, so it's really easy to apply. And you can just put it all over and blend it out with your finger. You want to make sure that it's well blended. Cream products such as these are really, really easy to work with. So if you find eyeshadows a little bit difficult and using brushes a bit hard, then just use your finger and a cream product and it's super easy. As you can see, I've kept it just on the eyelid and I haven't taken it really high up. So on the don't side, I'm just going to pack it on. So for eyeshadows, as you can see, on the do side, it's nicely blended and I've kept it on the eyelid where it should be. And on the don't side, I've made it really blotchy and patchy and it's not blended out nicely and I've taken it way too high up. So next I've got brows and I'm going to use my Illamasqua eyebrow cake in Thunder, and I love this so much because it's so nice and easy to work with. And I'm just going to take this on an angled brush. And I like to fill my brows in so that they look like they have been filled in, but a lot more natural. So I like to just take it underneath and really lightly, just following my natural eyebrow shape. And at the front of my brows, I really like to make it look natural and wispy and keep the hairs looking a little bit sparse there. So that's how I would actually wear my brows. And on this side, I'm going to go a lot more heavier because that is what I often see. You also want to keep in the shape of your brows. Don't go too far out. So as you can see for brows, this side is really, really blocky and you can really tell that it's been drawn in and it looks really, really fake. Whereas on this side, it's a lot more natural and it looks like you've not really done much to your brows. So this is how I would actually prefer to wear my brow. And some people like to wear it like this, but it's not really my thing. Next, I've got mascara, and I've got my favourite one, which is Maybelline The Falsies Mascara. And you want to make sure that your eyelashes don't stick together and they don't look really clumpy. So just want to apply this really lightly. And if you want, you can put some on your bottom lashes. I like to go really, really light on my bottom lashes. And for this side, another problem that I often see is when people just have really clumpy mascara and it's just way too heavy. So as you can see with the eyelashes, this side looks really pretty and fluttery because that's kind of what you want. And on this side, my eyelashes are kind of stuck together. It looks way too heavy, top and bottom, and you just don't look very natural. You want to look really girly and pretty with your lashes. So for the cheeks, I really, really don't like stripy cheeks when there's way too much bronzer, blush and highlight. So you want it to look, again, really nice and natural. You want to make your cheeks look like you've got some definition in them and your cheeks look naturally flushed with a little bit of colour in them. So for bronzer, I've got my Rimmel Natural Bronzer. And I'm just going to give myself a little bit of definition and warm up my skin just slightly with this. Just going to contour a little bit over here, my temples. And just on my jawline. An easy tip to help you do this is by drawing the number 3 on your face. So that's where you would apply your bronzer. to contour. What you want to avoid is this. This is definitely not warming your skin up. For highlighter, I've got my MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish, and with this you really gently want to apply this to the tops of your cheekbones and just make it look like as if the lights just hit you there and it looks natural again. Again, we want to avoid stripy highlighter. For blusher, I've got my MAC blusher in Peaches, and you just want to make it look like you've just got nice, natural, flush cheeks, a little bit of colour in them. Instead of a stripe of colour on this side. Sometimes it's best to use a little bit and then build up instead of using a lot straight away, because it's hard to take things off. It's a lot easier to build it up. Finally, for the lips, I'm going to go for a nude lip, and with nude lipsticks it can be quite tricky to find the right nude for you. You want to make sure you don't have like the whole concealer lip, and you want to make it look like you're not really washed out, so warm shades are quite nice. Also, with a lip line, you want to make sure you stay in your lip line, or if you're trying to make your lips look a little bit bigger, just go slightly out of your lip, but not too far out, and also match your lip liner to your lipstick shade. So as you can see with the lip liner, on the right hand side I've stayed well in my lip line, and on the left hand side I've gone way out and it looks a bit clownish. Just think if you were colouring in, you just want to stay in the lines, and just it's as simple as that. So I'm going to use my favourite nude lipstick on the Do side, and I've got Spirit here by MAC. It's just a really nice warm tone. And on the other side, I have Sis by MAC, which is really, really light. So that is the finished look. And as you can see on the Do side, my foundation matches my neck and the rest of my body. My cheeks don't look really stripy. I just look like I've got a bit of colour on them, and my eyebrows look really natural. My eyeshadow is blended. My lashes look really fluttery, and the nude lipstick is the right warm tone. And on the Don't side, my foundation is way too light for me. My cheeks are really, really stripy, and I've just got way too much bronzer, highlighter and blusher on there. My eyebrows are really, really blocky at the front, and my lashes are all stuck together. My eyeshadow is just not really blended out very well. It's very, very blotchy and patchy, and my lips are a bit of a joke. My lipstick is way too light. It's just not the right kind of nude. It looks like I've got kind of concealer lips, and I'm not really a big fan of that, and my lip line is just way out. But that, guys, is the end of my do's and don'ts, and I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's helped you prevent any common mistakes that I've seen happen, and if you guys have got any tips, then I would love to know, so please comment down below and let us know. Or even if you've made any of these makeup errors, then I would also love to know. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you like it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!